everybody. Taylor Swift just has her new song called Daylight, Step Into the Daylight. It's a song that speaks to, I haven't talked about it yet, but in general it's talking about step into the daylight and open your wings, basically, and enjoy the color in the world, coming from her Reputation album where everything's black and white. The album cover and everything about it. Okay, so here's what happens with me through this process. In the very beginning of this process, I had to tell everybody, or I felt like I should, and I never had to do this, but I felt like I should. I had to tell everybody that I take Adderall, a medication for ADHD. It has many. It helps in many cases. I've gone without it for periods of time. I've stopped using it. I stopped using it last year when I was in Norway because you can't get it in Norway. There's been times when I've been on it and off it for different reasons. Why I've stopped using it for different reasons. What I don't like is how in this process how pretty much anybody can start to do things and make me see it. They do things like drive in front of me with license plates that say certain things, or truck drivers that have words on it that say certain things, and they send messages to me, or they when I say send messages, it sounds kind of weird, but what they really are doing is like if there's something going on, a particular conversation, like for instance Taylor Swift right now has her new very colorful look from the Rolling Stones magazine. Okay, Rolling Stones magazine is full of a bunch of rock stars. Many of them have done drugs their entire life. Okay, so one of Taylor Swift's new songs is Step Into the Daylight. All right, I do not have a problem with taking the medication Adderall whatsoever. I've taken it for a long time. Now my personal living, my habits of how I live are going to be how I live them. For instance, if I want to sleep, if I want to go on 4 hours of sleep, I will very well go on 4 hours of sleep whether I take Adderall or not. That's what I've done for years. When I took Adderall, when I didn't take Adderall. Okay? So for all you people out there that don't know these things, and most importantly for the people out there that are not self-employed, people that have bosses, that have regimented schedules that you have to stick by, so basically you're run by somebody else, it changes your way you feel about your body and how you function. When you work for yourself, you fuel yourself with the food, with the drink, things you use, exercise, all those things. I'm to seek a friendship with someone very special like I am. I'm going to go at all ends to show my commitment to make that friendship work, even if I have to do things that may or may not be something that they approve of or not approve of. But since I don't know, because I can't ask them when this friendship is being created politically through everybody else, I don't want to do anything that might possibly jeopardize that friendship. However, life does require you to take some risks and to do things on your own kind of free will. For instance, if I want to sleep at 4 hours a night, I will sleep at 4 hours a night. If I get married and my wife wants to go to bed at a certain time, I think she'll probably let me do what I want to do at some point after we spend our time cuddling and we're sick of cuddling, if that ever could possibly happen. So what I'm going to do is when I get to the stadium here at the Cleveland Stadium, I'm going to dump all my Adderall into the toilet. And I'll show you guys me doing it. Okay? I don't think it's going to change much of anything. What it will do is I'll be buying more coffee. I'll be buying more energy drinks. I'll be doing those types of things. Okay? I'll be staying up the same. I'll be acting the same. I'll be wearing the same clothing. I'll be talking about the same thing. I'll be exercising. Maybe I'll exercise more. We'll see. It's unfortunate that I feel like I need to do this because it's a prescribed medication that I've had no problem taking. I'm 40 years old. I've been functioning at a level that's been very high for a long time with no problems, no broken bones, no colds, no sickness, nothing. But since the medication is so weird, since so many people have abused it, it makes it unfair for me to take it and have people in this. If it wasn't in this situation where it's such a high-profile situation, it wouldn't be necessary to stop taking it because no one would care. But since people care and since politics matter, I'm going to throw the medication away, and that'll be the end of it. However, it's not the end of it, because then what will you want me to stop doing next? Because I know for one thing's for certain, Taylor Swift does not mind if I drink coffee. I won't start drinking alcohol. I will not start drinking alcohol. So, this is what I'm going to do. I'm talking loud right now because I'm driving, and I want to do this video because what happened is I just posted a picture of Taylor Swift's new motto, one of her mottos from her new album, Step Into the Daylight. Basically, step into the daylight, there's a new world there. It's more colorful, all these things about the colorful things about the world. Okay? So, it's very important for me to make the point that I completely think Adderall is a medication that does wonders for me in many ways. But however, since I don't know how Taylor Swift thinks about it, I don't know how anyone else thinks about it, and since politics seems to shape the situation, I will stop using it. If for some reason my friendship with this thing that's happening ends, I will immediately start taking it again because it will show me that it didn't matter whether or not I took it or not. So that's what I want to have to say, basically. For instance, like I was saying, as I posted this post with Taylor Swift's new quote, as I'm driving along, not long after I posted, there is a truck driver pulled over, and the name of the truck, the initials with his emergency lights on, and that's the way people have communicated with me, wanted me to notice things and pay attention to things. And it had AD, were the initials of the truck, or the kind of prefix for Adderall or ADHD or this, that, or the other thing. I am much more. I believe I know a hell of a lot more than these truck drivers when it comes to this kind of thing. Because not only have I been taking it for a long time, but I've been on and off taking it. But I haven't had any problems with it. I see more problems with alcohol than anything else. Okay, I'm gonna make that very clear. I might even start a whole campaign talking about the nastiness of alcohol. And this might be the result of this, because I don't want for a second doctors to be disgruntled because of my decision to do this. So again, what's also not fair is that, yes, eventually I will clean up. And what really kind of bugs me is that my building was just to the point where it was finished, where I was going to be getting more rest in it, where things were going to be becoming a little bit easier. So it's not fair that I'm stopping the Adderall right when the building is when the building is going to make my life a little bit more easier. Because as I clean up a little bit, when it becomes a little bit easier, that it's not going to be a reflection of me stopping and taking the Adderall. But some people are going to say that it is, but it's not. So, and I will continually identify it as soon as I feel like somebody's making that point. So, I guess Taylor Swift means that much to me, this relationship, this friendship to happen, or whatever is happening, for me to try this. Just to see if it might make things a little bit better. I don't know. Again, I'm still going to drink coffee, still going to take energy drinks, and that won't change. So I don't see the point. I don't see how this is going to change anything. And it's unfortunate that I have to do one more thing. After everything I bought, the drums, the keyboard, all the stuff I bought, the thousands of dollars of stuff I bought because I've been listening to you people. And I don't feel like you guys have learned anything. We just had an article by Rolling Stones that says Taylor Swift's boyfriend is Joe. So what are we doing here? Why are you wanting me to do these things if nothing you're doing is making any difference? Because I felt today I felt what it would feel like if I were to stop my my vision or my decision to try to follow all these signals that you guys are giving me. I know what it feels like now to stop that, to let go of that. And in fact, I feel pretty darn good when I did that. Because I felt like now I had some answers and I didn't have to worry about what you guys are going to be doing and whether or not who's doing it and all this other garbage. So, we'll see what happens.